right, partner. You know what time it is.
Let's go crazy! Crazy!
Hello, welcome to another edition of the Game Fix Podcast. I am Spanish.
What's good? I'm Mike.
Now it's me. I'm Verlaine. Check out our website, gamefixshow.com, and check out join us live every Wednesday. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, like, subscribe, follow, lament, tell your friends, post something about it.
Do it all. That's all we ask. Do it all. It's not too much, right? Yeah, it's fine. As Verlaine said, gamefixshow.com is the website. You can see all of our other stuff that's up there. A lot of articles written by our main man, Colonel Fancy, and as well as some reviews, some retro reboots. So we will get into that as well. But if you go to that website, gamefixshow.com, you can find our social medias. You can find our Patreon. All of it's there. Thank you so much. Just go check it out. That's what it's all about. So, all right. So a lot's going on in this past week, and we will get to at least, what we want to get to. That's how this show usually works. And when it comes to PlayStation, well, it's been a weird week if you're a PlayStation fan. Although it's so funny because everyone is pissed off at PlayStation, but Xbox followed suit like less than 24 hours after that. But no one's mad at them. Whatever. We'll get into that. We'll get into it. And yeah, well, no, yeah, I don't know about all that, but other than that, there are. There's some things about GTA. I want to talk about GTA 6 and a revolutionary. It's going to change gaming as we know it. A Minecraft update. Yep. Yeah, you heard me.
Seriously? Oh, snap! That's awesome.
Is it?
It's gonna be fantastical.
Yeah. Well.
Too much.
Yeah, a little bit too much, but it's okay. I like it. I like the whatever you're doing. Anyway, all right. So let's talk about what we've been gaming. That's how we usually start the show. So, Mike, since you are excited, well, that's just me. Hi, everybody. Let's Mike. Why don't you start us off? What have you been gaming this week?
Let's see. Mostly a lot of Meat of the Hollower. Just having fun traversing through this game. It's still awesome. It's still just a great callback to Castlevania and like Game Boy Advance style action adventure games. I really feel like that Yacht Club Games really knocked it out of the park with this one. It's challenge. I'm starting to catch up with it because early on, I talked about a couple of weeks ago when I first started playing the game. It's a little daunting at first, and it does require you to do a little bit of grinding. But that will only kind of get you so far, and that's where the like Souls-like aspect of this game comes into play. Because even if you do max out a lot of your stuff early on, which requires harvesting bones and using that to upgrade your health bar, upgrade your magic meter and your skill meter, upgrading your weapons, you still have to be able to dodge enemy strikes. You still have to be able to traverse a lot of the jumping puzzles, and you still have to get used to Mina's hollowing ability, where she'll go underground for like a second or two, and it's a means of moving faster to get out of the way of like enemy strikes, or to even make longer jumps. But yeah, it's still the coolest game that I've played this year.
So I'm seeing the graphics are like Nintendo, like 8-bit graphics.
Yeah, like they like opted for that kind of like Game Boy Advance style. which is probably a little bit of a step back from like the way Shovel Knight looked. But
I don't care about graphics. Is the game fun?
Oh hell yeah,
he loves it. He loves it. I'm just because it's unusual for companies to make games that far back graphically. Usually it's like 16-bit. Even if they say it's 8-bit, it's more 16-bit Super Nintendo. But to have a game that he's touting is awesome, but it like is actually I would consider it non-indie, because they'll consider themselves indie, but it's non-indie by now. Like, they're famous enough. To take that step back is just interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I would expect that because the graphics are literally, Game Boy Advance, that there's got to be a lot to the game.
I mean, it was a crowdfunded game. I'd say that's about as indie as you can get.
So, I didn't know it was crowdfunded.
But
either way, crazy. Yeah. I mean,
Remember IDARB?
Yeah, dude. IDARB was 4-bit.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever had a chance to play that one. I've seen it. I don't think I've ever played it, though. Yeah.
Cool.
That's actually to check that one out.
Unfortunately, you never will.
No, vaporware?
Yeah, I don't think you can play it anymore.
You might be able to if someone else is playing, which no one would be playing. Like, there's no single player.
No.
Oh, okay, that's one of those. Yeah, so it's probably bitten.
And it's totally not fun anymore because it used to be connected to, I don't know why we got onto
Twitch.
This,
yeah,
it used to be connected to. Well, it was what was it called before?
Twitch.
Was it?
No, it was connected to Twitter.
Was it Twitter? No. It was the streaming service that Xbox attempted before
Mixer.
Mixer. That's what it was.
No. IDARB was Twitter, because you can just do hashtags via Twitter to tweet, and that's how people would add effects to the game.
I don't.
The Mixer game.
I think it was Mixer, dude.
The first Mixer game that was incorporated was. I have the game. It was a Left 4 Dead clone, and people can like spawn enemies and health and stuff like that. No, IDARB was all like, that was like Twitter. That was before. I think that was before Mixer was like doing stuff.
Huh.
Okay. All right.
I'm learning.
Either way, yeah. It was neat. It was a good idea if people participated.
Just probably didn't get enough of a following. So, I actually might look into that. I'm a little curious. That one. Sales for I played more of Hollow Knight. Speaking of Souls-like adventure games from indie companies, Hollow Knight's still badass. I've beaten the third boss, at least the one that I found, but still mostly expanding my map in the marsh territory more. I got a little bit stuck there because some of the jumping puzzles were getting a little bit tough, so I took a mild break from it. And I decided to meander about and gather more beads so that I could buy more, essentially buying more places to unlock save points, because you're constructing the map bit by bit. So the more you explore and the more beads you gather by beating up enemies, it's just about finding a good place to farm enough for the resources that I need to get through that, to get through that particular area. But yeah, again, it's another game that doesn't have to like overwhelm you with a bunch of stuff, but does just enough to keep it simple. Like, things that are skill based will always be up my alley in that regard, and I don't need gigantic skill trees in order to enjoy a good action RPG, which leads me into Stellar Blade, which I re-downloaded again because I'm trying to get through that game. I'm probably
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm probably like a quarter through it, and it's not even like I think. Shift Up is a company that I do root for because I like when a brand new name makes a hit. I just hope that with Stellar Blade 2, they learn the lessons that from the first game, namely with just how to make a better array of enemies and better layout. Because the game has amazing production values, but then you play it and it's just one of the more run-of-the-mill Souls-like style games that's also trying to be Ninja Gaiden, but it's not a tough game at all. Like it sort of frames itself as being hard because there's a monster that's going to swing at you with like an unblockable attack. You could still just simply dodge out of the way and hit it. And the story is just lackluster. The characters were dull.
It's too bad.
Yeah, it's just something that's like not really grabbing me. The music is at least fantastic, but it's just kind of it's a very mid-tier style game. And another game that I just finished downloading. I had to reinstall it. Is Neverness to Everness, which is an open world action RPG from Hoda Studios, a Chinese company, and it's another live service gacha game. So I'm taking a swing at another one. So it's essentially what would happen if you took like Genshin Impact and mashed it with Grand Theft Auto. So since Grand Theft Auto was never really my thing, I may as well play something that has anime style characters because I'm kind of more in line with anime style rather than like Rockstar stuff. And it's a decent game so far. It's like, you get you're somebody like this. There's actually another recurring theme with these gacha games that I'm playing. You wake up, you have amnesia. Characters with supernatural powers show up. They fend off a thing, and then you realize you have a power. What's the power? You'll have to wait a couple of years down the road for the story to flesh itself out in order to reveal that. Happens in Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Arknights in-game, you name it. I could go on and on with these games. Arknights Infield, sorry. This is another one. The character designs are pretty decent. The gameplay itself, it's not as like destructive or environmentally interactive as like some open world games that you can play. Like you can't just go around and beat people up. You mostly just drive around from location to location. So it actually feels a little bit closer to like The Getaway so far. The game did come under a little bit of fire because it was using like AI generated art on its launch. They've since then removed a lot of it. And the gameplay itself, the combat feels a little bit closer to like Zenless Zone Zero, combined with Ninja Gaiden. It's got a very free-ranging very free-range combat style. Next week, I'll capture some gameplay footage. It is incredibly flashy. It uses a ton of impact flashes. I thought I was gonna have a seizure playing this game. But it's a all right so far. I did play the studio's previous gacha game, Tower of Fantasy, which felt like it was made on 1/4 the budget that this game has. So at least they have financial backing behind this one, and it feels a little more like a complete game. And other than that, taking a couple of other routes in Star Fox, because that game is also awesome. I said it last week. If like Nintendo wants to double down on remakes of these awesome games, give me more of them. Because if they're in the quality of Star Fox, I'll take it. I need something positive in this dark ass world of gaming that we're in now.
That's fair. That's fair. It is kind of the doldrums right now. I don't know. It seems like it.
Yeah.
What else?
And I did a couple of rounds of a ball pit. There's still a couple of routes that I have not, or at least the first boss. I haven't beaten the first boss with like your starter guy yet. He's like the one that I end up using the least. I think it's the gunslinger. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So he was the one that I was using the least. But I'm kind of powered up now so that I just steamroll through the first part of it, and I'm now at the point where I can go deeper. I've also expanded my farm, which is actually it's kind of redundant and tedious, but it's a great way to net some resources.
Yeah.
And I'm using that to just like get like more combinations. I think my favorite weapons to get, and I like plow through them all the time, are the horizontal and the vertical lasers. Those are like my favorite one to get. They can clear out the field.
Once you like upgrade and stuff, you'll be able to combine those two. And and you'll have lasers going up and down and left and right.
Oh yeah, I think I finally did that during one of my last rounds.
Yeah, good. That's awesome.
And it's kind of
the first one's the warrior, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with the armor and everything. And then, the next
the gunslinger must be
the itchy finger is the second one.
Stinky finger.
Yeah, I don't know which one gunslinger is. Is gunslinger the old man?
Is he the one that's always that you get second?
I feel like that's the second one you unlock because he just fires by himself.
He just keeps firing on like no matter what.
Yeah.
Well, I have it set for every character to do that.
Oh,
I didn't know you could do that.
I don't, because when you're not shooting, you're fast.
Nah,
I do just fine.
But that's been my week.
Yeah. Chris brought something up. We won't mention it yet, but yeah, we'll talk about that coming up. But first, I'll go next. I actually played a few games here and there. I actually did play some Ball Pit. I seem to kind of go back every single week and just play like 1 or 2 or 3, maybe 4 rounds, something like that. It's a lot of fun. It's great. It's a great game. It really is. It's just, I love the roguelike. I love how you're, just trying to upgrade. And then like, as you go, you realize, you're unlocking a lot of different things and a lot of new things. Like there's still things that I'm still unlocking. So it's pretty cool. It's great, man. It's a great game. Whoever invented that game, high five. All right.
You love them.
Devolver Studios. They're awesome.
I met the person, but whatever. And then I played some Balatro and actually unlocked a new deck. So that was pretty cool. I was excited. I ended up getting like this crazy like all these upgraded jokers. I mean, I was unstoppable. I always go on to the next round like after you win just to see how far I can get. And I actually got into the round after that round.
Oh,
so that was really cool. Yeah, but the round after that round is absolutely ridiculous, and I think it's set up for you to fail. Like there's no way to get past that. It's just not possible.
But it's all your cards are face down. You got to get 200,000.
Like I would have to. The jokers would have. I would have to have like 25 jokers in order to get that. I would have to have so many negative jokers just to like keep it going. But yeah, whatever. It's cool. And then on top of that, I played a game called RV There Yet.
I saw that on Game Pass.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. I was just like, what's this about? And like, I played the first, and I didn't really know what was going on, and I crashed the RV pretty quickly, and then that was it. And then you have to kind of start over. So my second attempt, I got pretty far, and it's kind of fun because you're like you're honestly what you're doing is you're just driving home. Like that's the game. The game is driving home. But the problem is like once you're on like the initial path, you get to a path that like the like part of the mountain like crumbled, okay, and you can't go that way, which is like the highway. It's like the easy way out. So you have to go the alternate route, which is like almost like it's crazy just to get through the different ways to do it. But it's really cool because you have the winch, and you can hook up the winch. So if you're trying to get like up a hill, you could take the winch up the hill, tie it to you can tie it to a tree, and then it'll bring the RV up and everything. Like but it's difficult too because like if the winch is hooked to a tree that's on a hill, you have a winch in the back too. So what I did is I kept going back and forth, and it kept turning the RV as I got to the top of the hill. But then I got like caught on some trees, so I have to take a different route the next time. But it's cool because you can like you have certain levels of destroying the RV until you lose, you know, but you can repair it as you go, as long as you have like stuff to repair it with. You find scrap metal here and there, and it's pretty interesting. It's a lot of fun actually. Kind of a time waster if you want to just kind of like give it a try. I think you guys should try it and see if you like it. It's cool. It's definitely a different type of game, but I enjoyed that.
You went a desert bus.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Other than that, I played Call of Duty Vanguard. Okay, I played the.
It looked ridiculous.
I played the campaign.
just the pictures that were on the screenshots.
Oh yeah, the guys like so I played the campaign, and I got to a certain point in the campaign where I just couldn't figure out how to get out. Like and like, I don't know. Like it was impossible. It felt impossible to get out of this one situation, and it was just like the second level. It wasn't like, I don't know. Like honestly,
It was too hard or what?
I don't know if it was too hard. I guess so, but there was literally like nowhere to go. I must have retried that like the same level 30 times, and I could not figure out how to get out of there. At one point, I got really far, a lot further by just running past, like, you know, the enemies. But I still couldn't get to a point where, you know, they would just kill me like every single time, and it was so frustrating. And I just got to the point where I was like, done. I'm not playing this anymore. So I'm done. I'm not playing.
I didn't even want to try.
That's terrible. It was just like, why is this so difficult? Why do they do that? Like, just like, I want to enjoy the game. Can we make it so I can actually get to the next level? Like, and I wasn't playing on the hardest level. I think I was playing on the second hardest, which is, I don't even know what that is. But
It sounds like it cheesed you.
oh my god, it was so cheesed, and like, dude, it was so frustrating, and I was just like, I can't. I tried to record it too, but it didn't translate. You guys wouldn't know what was going on. You kind of have to play it to see what I'm talking about, but don't. That's my advice to everybody. Do not play that game. That game sucks. Although, did I see that there was another Call of Duty game that was recently added? Black Ops 6, right?
It's been on it.
Is that always been
6
out?
and 7, yeah.
Okay.
6, 7.
Yeah, I don't know. It's no, it says that it's. I'm looking at the app right now, and it says that it was just released.
What?
Black Ops 6 on Game Pass.
That's it. It was on Game Pass.
I don't know,
because I played it all the time. It was the very first one that came out, and unless they took it off and put it back on.
Maybe that's
when
what
7 came out. But yeah, that was the first. Yeah, Black Ops that's the one I played zombies all the time.
Okay, yeah.
And then 7 fucking just blows ass.
There you go. That's why. Like no one likes 7, so let's put 6 out again. Yeah. And then I saw that Buckshot Roulette was just released on Game Pass, so I'm gonna play that.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's I think it's a roguelike, but you're playing against someone else, and literally you have to shoot the guy across from you. And it's like a what do you call it?
Russian roulette.
Russian roulette type deal, but it's called Buckshot Roulette. So it's like a shotgun instead. I don't know. It was only on Steam for a while, so now I kind of want to play it. So it looks kind of.
I felt like I might have seen that before, or at least something under a different name, because that sounds very familiar.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet, but I will definitely play it this week for sure. So, but that's all. That's about all I've been playing. So, Verlaine, I'll leave it up to you. What have you been playing?
Well, I tried a game from Game Pass called Abyssus.
Oh yeah, how is that?
I don't. It's.
I looked at it.
I don't like it. It feels dated. Like it's like Doom, a game. So like there's no real like down the scope. One trigger throws or does something. The other trigger shoots. It's like fast-paced robots I was like, whatever. It wasn't that great. Invincible. They finally. It's like they listened to me, man. They added an endless arcade mode, because at first I had a problem because it was like the quick mode was the only one I could ramp up the difficulty, but it's only 5 matches, and if you go to the Guardian mode, you shared you had 1 life bar, so it was impossible. So now there's an endless mode, which I am very, very pleased with, because I play that game all the time. So I'm just waiting for a bigger update. I started playing Overwatch again. And I mean, it's still Overwatch. And last time I got into it, I would always play Mystery Heroes. That's what I really would go to, because it's because I played so much that I was good with everyone. So Mystery Heroes, like I had a leg up, because like people that are like pros with one person usually aren't good with everybody. But now they've added so many characters that I can't even play Mystery Heroes the right way, because like half the time I'm literally a character I've never been before, and you can't do anything with that. Like I don't even know if they're healers or not. So whatever, people still fucking play the game. It's still Overwatch. It's still ridiculous, but I don't know. I was having fun with it still. I got my groove. And then the major game that I played was this game called Unloop. It's so crazy. I posted a video last week. But I'm going to show you this video. I think you would like it, because it is completely a puzzle game. The second level of it, which was more like the first level, dude, I was stumped until the second time I played. Like, you have to get your head around the fact that you only have a certain amount of time before you die and start over, or you can shoot yourself and start over. And when you start over, the past one of you keeps going. All right. So remember that game? I even re-downloaded it. The time game that was kind of a side scroller, but you could rewind time and stuff. Or any time game. Here, I'm gonna start playing it now. Also, what you say in the game, like when I talk as a person, they still talk. All right, so keep that in mind. I just started this level. For some reason, that green light affects the recording. So weird. So I just went and did one part and shot myself. It'll get better. I'll start talking, and You'll see what I'm talking about. So I threw the key.
Okay.
All right. So you heard that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Dum-de-doo. And that's it. I shoot myself just so it resets faster.
I shoot myself.
Uh-huh.
Now see, these guys are still. That's my past time. My past one.
Chilling. Ooh, you missed. Get it. Come on, you got it. You got it.
That's a little awkward.
So long, no excuses. Next time, do better.
So you're making a chain of events so that your past selves unlock the puzzle so that you can progress forward with your new life.
Right.
And do it quicker.
Yeah, see, like here, I'm like, fuck, I got to do it quicker because I'm only at this part.
Oh, the door. We could do quicker.
We could do quicker. That.
It's like a cool memory game.
Yeah, it's weird.
Chilling.
This was like something Sierra would make.
Get it.
Is
So
your
see,
voice? Wait. Is your voice Luke too?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Watch, next time I go with those guys, everybody be quiet.
Yeah, dude, definitely do better.
That's why I said it's worth it. Like, we can, if we don't talk anymore, just listen.
What's up, dude? Chilling. I'm chilling.
So is that guy deleted now that you killed him?
Just out of this loop. He'll keep coming back, but I killed him
okay.
to be faster.
Gotcha.
Or if he was going to grab something, I could stop him.
Yeah, definitely do better.
It's kind of cool though. I could see how it can be like kind of crazy.
Oh, I was in the middle of there. You're stupid. Who's stupid now, buddy?
Watch.
You chilling. I'm chilling. Ooh, you missed. Get it. Shut up. Hey, that was rude. I'll let you do it though. It took so long. Go. Yeah, you definitely do better. Yeah.
Almost. It's almost over.
Okay, so
What's up? You stupid. Who's stupid now, buddy? He's right. Dude. You chilling. I'm chilling.
it's like kind of crazy.
Get it. Shut up. Oh, that was rude. I'll let you do it though. It took so long. Go. No, wait. Yeah, I screwed up. I'm supposed to be in there. Watch, I'll do it. No. Yeah. No.
It starts like it is. It starts feeling like there's people with you. So this is the last run.
What's up, guys? Hey, guys.
Oh, I just noticed the time up on top there. Okay.
That guy was. He's right. You chilling? I'm chilling. Ooh,
Are you chilling?
That guy did miss. Get it. Shut up. Hey. Oh, that was rude. That was totally rude. I'll let you do it though. It took so long. Go. Oh wait, yeah. No, wait. I screwed up. I am in here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So
Oh,
the
that's pretty
game,
cool.
like, yeah, and there's like so many different. The second level, like, there just one piece of it I wasn't grasping, and then I did understand it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the game it's
What's it called?
It's Unloop.
Unloop. Okay.
It's on MetaQuest. I mean, it's just so simple, yet it's just fun. Like, it's so fun to play and to hear yourself. Like, that's the thing that makes the game so great. Because like,
I love that.
That's the gimmick, that like recording everything that you say, and that's actually part of it. It's cool, like, for sure.
Okay. All right.
That's interesting, because the talking to yourself, you can like give yourself hints to remind what you're doing for said loop. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah. Totally. Okay, that's cool. I like that. It's so funny. I kind of got out of VR because it makes me nauseous.
Yeah.
Like terrible nausea. Not nausea. So that's too bad, because like I would really enjoy that game. But
yeah, it's cool. There's a couple awesome puzzles in the game. There's turrets, so there's some turrets that'll follow you. So like one of the first levels, there's just a turret blocking me, but it goes right to you and shoots you. So I had to go once left. Oh, there's two turrets. Once to the left, once to the right, and then kind of like go as fast as I can while they're shooting my doubles. It's cool. It's very cool.
Neat. Okay. Awesome. I like that. Anything else?
Nah, that's it.
All right. Cool. Well, then let's get right to it. Mike, what's happening? Why is it doing that?
I don't know.
Mike, let's get to your retro reboot. What did you review this week? Actually, I know what you reviewed. The Old School Strider. Tell us.
Oh, yeah. This week, retro reboot. You can read that at GameFixShow.com. And Capcom's Strider, one of the coolest games, and one of the like earliest Capcom games that like I remember not being able to have, because we didn't have a Sega Genesis in our house at the time. Our cousin had it, and like Strider was like one of the most badass looking games for the time. I didn't end up playing the arcade game until like a couple of years later, maybe like 94, 95 ish. But the first Strider was one of the Capcom side scrollers that really did some experimenting. There are some pretty experimental Capcom side scrollers. There's like Ghosts and Goblins, a game I hate. I'll probably get to that one of these days. That'll require playing it again. And Strider, I believe it came after Bionic Commando. But you can see elements where they borrowed like physics from Bionic Commando and applied that to Strider with your ability to like jump on almost everything, scale walls, scale ceilings, and attack at the same time. There wasn't really much in the way of like action games that I can recall playing at the time. Like even like Ninja Gaiden wasn't really it wasn't really on that same sort of level, especially for an arcade game. The music was top notch. It's hard as balls, and I think at one point I was able to beat it, but in my 40s, not really so much anymore.
The carpal tunnel, man.
And like every like couple of months, I will just turn Strider on and I'll just play through it, because it's just a really cool game. And whereas Capcom doesn't really do much with it nowadays, it being one of the more influential action games of the time, you can kind of see the influence in other games like Devil May Cry, God of War. You can feel nuances of that starting with Strider, and it's also funny that I've always wondered why the Strider games weren't really all too popular in later years. But around the time the Marvel vs. Capcom games came out, like people had a pretty good idea on who Strider Hiryu was. And then there was that 2014 game developed by Double Helix, which I still love. I still have not beaten that game. But it all comes back to the original Strider. So if you want to read a couple of my thoughts on that, you can check over GameFixShow.com, Retro Reboot, which I post every Tuesday. And if you've got something to say about what I've written about it, you can use our front page to drop a comment. We'll read it here on air.
You got something to say?
What about the NES version? Have you ever played that?
Mike, can you not hear us?
What's happened here?
I don't know. I don't know. That was weird.
Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
What about the NES version? He asked.
I actually have not played that one as much as the others. Okay. I've got it on my shelf, and I've kind of meant to like pop that one in more. It feels a little bit different, but I think it's just as okay. Maybe not as good as the Sega version, but it's a good quality version of a Strider if you don't have your hands on a Jenny.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Coobles.
You can read all his retro reboots on GameFixShow.com. So, all right. So, obviously, the big news that everyone's kind of up in arms about, and there's over 220,000 signatures, which will do fucking nothing. I don't get why people think that even will do anything. But okay, sign your thing. Do whatever you got to do. But yeah, PlayStation announced that they are done with physical copies of games by 2028. Okay, all right, whatever. I we talked about this last week. I know Verlaine, you weren't here, so I kind of want to hear your opinion about it. But keep in mind, it was quietly done, and I think Xbox did it correctly. They waited for PlayStation to make the announcement first so they could take the heat. And then Xbox just was like, oh, by the way, we're doing the same thing. And then like everyone's mad at PlayStation, even though Xbox is doing the same exact thing. How do you feel about being done with physical games? Because like I said, we talked about this last week. So
yeah, so this whole like just their speech in general, like did they maybe them as Sony and their first party games won't be on disc,
right?
But they can't make that. I mean, so they can anything on PlayStation, just like we've already had consoles that don't have discs. So they're just going to put out discless consoles. That's all they are. They're going to put out discless consoles. Their games aren't going to be on disc. Everyone else, though, all these third parties are still going to make games. And if there's discs on other consoles, they will put them on discs. Yeah, so here's the biggest thing. And yes, Xbox has been doing it. You go into any fucking store at all. Go to Target, go to Walmart, go to Meijer. You don't find Xbox games. PlayStation games, Switch games. There are no Xbox. There's Madden, Call of Duty, Borderlands. That's it.
Yeah.
So they've already fucking done that. Here's the difference that every fucking person seems not to understand. The big deal isn't the fact that it's discless. The reason why, and even these idiots who are like fanboys of PlayStation up in arms, what they don't understand is that the big deal is that PlayStation has not come to terms with backwards compatibility. That's why Xbox has been doing it. They did it before anybody. You can't buy their games anymore. Like, they don't fucking do it, but they have Game Pass and they have backwards compatibility. That's why they can pull that off, because guess what? If you buy a game on Xbox Series X right now, you will I'm going to guarantee it. You're going to have that game through every iteration of the future Xbox that there is. For the most part.
I was gonna say, I don't know about
for the most part, PlayStation's at zero. So PlayStation's at zero. They'll release a console that's backwards compatible and then just for a little bit and then take it back. Xbox, like, dude, I have games on Xbox that I've bought on my fucking Windows phone. I bought a version of a game on Windows Phone, Sid Meier's Pirates. And when Game Pass came out and backwards compatibility came out, that automatically populated onto my list, as well as Fallout New Vegas, which I bought on Windows PC. And from that moment on, all those games that were licensed and are able to be backwards compatible are and will be forever. Sure, some of them I can't play, but I still, if I want to play that Ninja Turtles game, yeah, I can't download it. I could play it for the rest of my life. I mean, I can't buy it. I could download it from Xbox forever, hook up my Xbox 360. But really, like, that's, I think, the biggest thing that Xbox has is the fact that they're making their games last forever. PlayStation's not. But I don't care either way. I don't care. Like, retro is retro.
I know. Like, if I'm going to play a retro game, I'm not going to wait till it's a remake or anything like that. I'm just going to hook up my old console and play the game. That's what I'm going to do.
Play it on. See, and that's also what people could do, I guess, with their backward stuff. And then not having a physical copy. Like, I don't understand what the big deal is. Like, so if they rip you off on memory, like hard drive, and that's what you have to like start investing in, well, then get a different I don't know. It's already an option and people have that option.
Yeah.
I don't have any discs. I don't have any discs of the games I play right now. None of them. They're all downloaded.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. People just don't like to be told what to do.
I don't remember the last time I put a disc in any of my PlayStation 5 or my Xbox S.
The only disc I have is Left 4 Dead 2, which is always...
Series S doesn't have, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Left 4 Dead 2 is always in my Xbox because it's the only backwards compatible game that one of the only ones that I play constantly, or that I would want to, that I missed the chance to download the digital version. So I have to use the disc. But outside of that, like, yeah, like it's... I don't... PlayStation did it to themselves. They didn't have to say shit. Why the fuck would they say anything? Why? Nobody says anything. Nintendo, they've been putting out cases with no games on it purposely, trying to get to that point. They didn't announce it. People just noticed it. But PlayStation just goes out and fucking, like, what are they trying to do?
The only people that are really upset about this are collectors. Let's be honest.
Collectors shouldn't even be, because if they're if they're worried about it, you know what? I don't think it's the collectors, because collectors, you collect shit from the past, and like you might want to collect now. I think fucking
I'm talking about people that collect now.
And if they're just trying to look, I'll tell you, people collecting now, it's not worth collecting current shit right now.
Well, you know, funny you mentioned scalpers, because there was a story about a guy. This is actually what I wanted to mention as far as GTA 6 goes. There was a guy that reported on Reddit that he bought 500 copies of GTA 6, hoping to flip them for a profit at launch. So yes, I think there is something to be said about scalpers. You know what I mean? Which is hilarious because he didn't realize that, there's no disc in it anyway, so you really don't even need it. And he spent $50,000 on this.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that math means he spent $100 per pre-ordered copy, but retail they go for 80, right?
The standard editions, yes. I believe he bought the deluxe ones, which comes with the cases.
Yeah,
That's
that's still like, yeah, I don't. That's stupid because that wouldn't put a dent in what they're trying to do.
Well, either way. I mean, as far as Xbox goes, they don't really care. That means they made the sale. Like, what do they care?
Right.
But when it comes to the second market, that guy can go, bleep himself.
But the thing is, it's the same. This is what I'm getting at. Is it's the same thing as the people who went and did that with the Switch 2. Some companies are aware and they're like, oh, they ended up putting out enough Switch 2s for everyone to have. So these people were sitting on shit and they never got it. They never got to flip it.
Right.
That's probably going to happen. I doubt that Rockstar is going to put any kind of limit on anything that they're putting out, especially if it's all digital. There's no limit.
There's no limit.
Even on the cases, because that's what they do. They are going to do nothing but break records, purposely try to break records. So they're not going to put a cap on how many things they publish. They're going to publish and put out, like right now, you can still get physical copies of that game. They don't give a shit. They will never stop making that game. If people want physical copies of GTA, dude, give them a year. When they get money, they will put out physical copies. Like they're going to do whatever they can to sell the game. And some dude who buys 500,000 copies or whatever the fuck he did, 500, whatever, that's nothing. Like they'll just
$50,000 worth.
They'll just take that and be like, all right, well, here's another 50 to replace what he just bought. Big fucking deal.
Yeah.
No, so you're not even creating demand on the secondhand market.
It was 500 physical copies. At least that's what he tried to get, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like trying to create your own your own shortage in order to like bump up demand. You're gambling a lot there, and I don't really think that's going to pay off. Like it would be for like the short term because you'll have just enough suckers who's going to buy it from you, but then you're going to be left with a lot of product. So then what?
Yeah.
Like it's such a dumb number. Like that's nothing. Like
I mean,
that's a lot for one person.
He could recoup some of that. All he has to do is just sell the game for like $10 cheaper. But like, I mean, he's going to lose money, but at least he'll, you know what I mean? He won't be like dead ass in the water. At least it'll be something, but I don't know.
He must not understand how many people exist if all he went for was 5. His big goal, like his big I'm going all in was 500 copies.
It sounds like this guy has done it before. You know, I mean, to take a gamble on $50,000 worth of games, by the way, the same game, is a risk, as Mike said, but like it's a calculated risk, I think. I mean, he was probably going to double his money.
But how? Like,
what do you mean how?
Why would somebody buy his copy for double?
Because once the games are, the point of it, Verlaine, is he's hoping that the game sold out as far as the physical copy goes. But what he didn't know is there wasn't going to be any physical copies. That's all.
Right.
So he was banking on one thing and he didn't get it.
Yeah. Well, either way, he's stupid because if you know GTA, you wouldn't have even thought. See, if it was Pokemon or different IP, but GTA, I mean, like that was just stupid. Like when he said, I'm going to buy X amount of GTA games, someone should have punched him in the mouth and be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? When have they ever limited GTA anything? Pokemon, do it. Fuck, even some fucking Nintendo Switch shit, do it.
Yeah.
Buy 500 copies of like a Switch collector's edition, then you're going to impact something. You're going to have, but geez, man, like.
Yeah, well. Either
Good
way,
for him. Good for him.
Good for him.
He's got the Guinness record for owning the most copies of GTA 6 right now.
Yep, you're right. Good for. I don't know if that gets you any money though. I don't think it does. No. By the way, you have to pay Guinness in order to get that.
He probably already did.
Might as well at this point, right? I mean, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, whatever. It's stupid. All right. Well, then let's jump over to Xbox real quick. Xbox CEO Ashra Sharma has just admitted that Game Pass has failed to grow as Microsoft had expected. Reports indicated that it is tens of millions of subscribers short of previous targets. That's not great. They are saying, at least they did say in a Wall Street Journal article, it says that Microsoft was expected that Games Pass subscriptions would hit around 77 million this year. They're currently at 30 million. And they were trying to hit 100 by 2030. And there's no way that's going to happen now. It's just not going to happen. The problem, and I don't completely blame the new CEO. I think the problem was the previous. You know what I mean? Like they started selling Game Pass for 50% more, which is one of the dumbest things to do in any business. I mean, okay, I could see it up by $5 a month. Fine, whatever. People would still be like, okay, it was $5 isn't the end of the world. But if you're already paying, $25, $30 a month, and now you're paying $60 a month, people are going to be like, nah, fuck you. I don't want that anymore. Because like it's equivalent to buying at least one game a month. So why don't you just buy one game a month? Most people don't even play that many games a year.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the logic behind it. So I can see where they failed miserably with that. And then the shitty part about it all is the huge tax breaks that they got through Xbox, and they paid their CEOs like $92 million or something like that, and then they lay off 3,200 people. So there's no trickle down. The money, like, what did that help? That helped your CEOs. That's all it did. It just proved. Yeah. It just proved that you're greedy and don't care about your gamers. That's what it proved. So now that we have less people, that means there's going to be less quality games. Tell me I'm wrong.
I don't know.
You can't tell me I'm wrong though.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if Game Pass, I think their problem, was when they hiked up the price. But again, they only hiked up the price because they made this weird, ridiculous deal with Call of Duty because I was just going to say Call of Duty was the other thing that hurt. Someone got greedy and they made something, and then they had to go back on it, and that itself was enough to probably get people to abandon Game Pass. The public. Nobody quit Game Pass because of like the CEOs. No, they quit Game Pass because the CEOs hiked the price. That's because because they hiked the price. But I mean, it's still the best thing out there. It's one of the smartest ideas. Hanging on a thread, though, dude. We have to admit. Come on, I know you're an Xbox fanboy, but it's hanging on a thread. It really is. I don't know what that means though, because I pay for it and I play games on it all the time, and I enjoy it. For now, that's what I'm saying. Right, so to me, like, none of this matters. Taking Call of Duty off as like, I don't care. I'm playing Ultimate. I still get first. When they come out, the games that come out, I get to try tons of games. Yeah, I can for the price of buying a game a month, or I don't even care. I'm okay with it. I still would never get a Switch. I would never get a PlayStation, mainly because they don't have anything kind of like Game Pass and that's not true. Compatibility. Huh? I got it for Helldivers. I know. I'm just kidding. So I don't know. Like, so much shit happens up there. Yeah. CEOs don't give a shit about anybody. Like, the shit the caring people don't start until after. And yeah, the CEOs must have fucked up a lot of shit, but like, they're going to be CEOs. Look at the CEOs at PlayStation. All right. at least these CEOs are trying to fix what the fuck they did. PlayStation doesn't give a shit. They're like, do this. Oh no, we're doing this. Oh no, now we're doing this. Oh, we're gonna file patents for shit just so people don't get them. Blah 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 blah. They just do stuff, and all people want is to play their fucking games. That's it. They're doing all this shit with live service. They're making the same monotonous fucking single player games. Like there's just something. Everybody has their issues. I don't care what's going on corporately at Microsoft. Like if they paid themselves millions and millions of dollars, what corrupt people do, and they lay off team members. It happens to every company all over the place, all the time. And like, look, I don't wish people to have their lives taken. I mean, jobs are jobs, but their lives are altered when they don't have the jobs. But like, we don't know how well they were doing their jobs. There's a lot of shit over there at every company, like people laying people off. Like, yeah, it sucks. Thousands of people just got laid off at once, but like, we don't know why, and we won't know why. Some people may say blah, 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 but like, we don't know why. Maybe it was a culmination of CEOs that wanted projections that were outrageous and teams that just couldn't even get mid-tier shit. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So like, just that in general is going to fuck a company. It sucks to know that Game Pass lost them so much money, but I can see, you know, it's something that's fixable, because all that can mean is that somebody projected they said, buy Call of Duty, we'll get 70 million subscribers. Okay, cool. We did that. We didn't get those subscribers. So technically, you know what I'm saying? It's based on, and all businesses do it. They pretty much say, if we project this and didn't make projections, we lost money. But technically you didn't. You never even went up to that.
Well, as far as the most people left Game Pass because of the price hike, not because of Call of Duty. That happened before.
Well, no, the price hike was because of the Call of Duty deal, because of Activision, and they were going to say, from this point on, it's going to be on Game Pass. The 6 was on Game Pass and PlayStation 5, but then 7 was straight up just Game Pass first. But that deal to have Call of Duty on Game Pass was why we got the price hike, because they thought everybody wanted Call of Duty and it added so much value to Game Pass. So then once they took the price down and got rid of Call of Duty, where we are now. They were directly correlated. No matter what they say, that is exactly why the price hike, because we got Call of Duty and then they found out we didn't really want Call of Duty. So they're going to make more money giving it to everybody else all at the same time.
Yeah. Like when that report came out, it's a couple months back, that switching Call of Duty to Game Pass costs Activision and Xbox like probably $100 million in like retail sales if the game was just released normally. So it's one thing to get people to buy in your ecosystem.
Hold on 1 second. So Phil Spencer announced the 50% price hike. I'm just telling, this is the facts there, Verlaine. The price hike of Game Pass Ultimate in October of 2025. And then Xbox announced the Call of Duty games no longer launch on Xbox Game Pass on April 21st of this year. So what I'm saying is, when the price hike was announced, that's when most people already left.
I know. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying. I'm not arguing that at all.
With me. I was just telling you.
I did not. I was saying the price hike is because Call of Duty. They left because of the price hike. The price hike was because of Call of Duty.
Your love to Xbox kind of keeps you blind, dude. I don't know.
Go find out when they announced Call of Duty as exclusive on Game Pass. And it's going to be around the time that they hike. They had no reason to hike the price that much other than Call of Duty being added. So I'm not saying people left because Call of Duty. I'm saying what you're saying. The price hike made people leave, but the price hike was because of Call of Duty, which we didn't want, which is why people left. So Shawarma comes in and says, fuck it.
Shawarma.
This was bad. We didn't hit projections because of Call of Duty. Let's get rid of this Call of Duty. We won't have that deal anymore. Lower the price. Because if they got rid of Call of Duty and didn't lower the price, that I think would
Call of Duty first one on Xbox Game Pass, July 24th of 2024.
There. And then the next one was
a long time until they price hiked.
The which Call of Duty, like Black Ops, because
It's Call of Duty in general.
Either way, around that time is Call of Duty got put on Game Pass when they signed and bought Activision. When Black Ops 6 came out and it premiered on Game Pass, that is when PlayStation didn't get it, right? Wasn't Black Ops 6
not immediately.
That is the deal that I'm talking about. Like when they bought Activision, they put all the old Call of Duties, like we got like the Modern Warfare remake and all that shit. Like we got that. Like
so Xbox, you're just talking about Xbox exclusively.
I'm talking about their Xbox exclusivity on Call of Duty with Game Pass. Them saying we have it exclusively launching on Game Pass.
July of 2024. More than a year before the price hike.
All right. I'm still saying it's part of the price hike.
Okay.
Of course, I don't think they're going to do it immediately. I think it was all part of it. But look, I can't prove it. You can't prove that it's not. But it all went. Look, there's no other reason. Why would they hike the price and then take the price off? Because they added Call of Duty.
Could be.
Either way, I'm always going to play Game Pass because PlayStation has nothing for me. I had a PlayStation every iteration of it. It's never had anything for me except for games I would play with you and Jack. Without that, I never miss the game. I never miss PlayStation at all.
Fair.
And Nintendo, I try to get into Nintendo all the time. My son has a Switch and I can't.
Well, that's fair. See, we're back to agreeing. See?
So, yeah. Either way, like, I don't know. I think the bigger problem is going to be this. What's PlayStation going to do, and then what's fucking... Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's as far as
Mike, you were saying, but
as far as why Xbox didn't really get a lot of the flack that Sony did, I think it's because Xbox had already had lowered expectations with everything that's like going with like everything that's going on with them. They're probably looking at a year or two before they decide what their next vision is going to be. And yeah, Sharma's coming in and she's making a lot of sweeping changes. And there's like question as to whether or not how much for the better it would be. Xbox's biggest issue is I don't think that they've ever had somebody in charge that had a mentality for like publishing, distributing, and marketing games. At the height of the Xbox 360, they took advantage of the 360's really good online infrastructure. It was just an easy place for like players to like gather together, set up lobbies, have fun with all of their friends. The 360 became the culture of the time. It was one of the reasons why it just blew the PS3 out of the water, along with PlayStation 3's like overpriced launch. And since then, there was never like a mind to like market things. Like they bought a lot of studios since like 2017. They are like Obsidian, Ninja Theory, Activision Blizzard, but Bethesda Cinemax, and they have these IPs, but there's like no vision behind them. So with like the studios that they've now gutted, and thankfully at least they're going to go off and be independent, or at least find like other like financial backing, is those games from those studios are kind of more like art house projects. Not really anything that's going to captivate the masses, even if they're good. I played South of Midnight. It's a cool game, but it's a very art house style game. I don't think it's something that you can just sell to the conventional masses. Ninja Theory, the Senwa games, they're really cool games. And they were pretty successful. The biggest mistake with the second game, it launched on Game Pass exclusively, so that's going to take a chunk out of sales. So what ends up happening is the development cost is not seeing the return because you're not seeing a turnover rate into Game Pass subscribers. So what you end up having is a lot of studio overflow. So I don't like the shuttering of studios. So at least they're letting them go off to like do their own thing. That's cool because that means that they're not beholden to shareholders in order to meet sales. Because that means when you're bought up by a studio, anytime these game companies get bought up by studios, I get a little bit worried, and people used to tell me back in the early days of me adminning for Facebook game groups is, oh, it's okay, man. They'll get the funding, man. They'll be able to make the games that they want to make, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, but if they get that funding and then the games don't meet it, then the company is going to look at them and go, you're next on the chopping block.
Yeah.
Arcane, Redfall. Redfall was supposed to be hyped up to be this big PvE kind of like team-based game that was also trying to blend a hero shooter into it. And what happened? The game launched and it was a disaster. Fell apart from like moment one and it couldn't recover. So Arcane, they're dead. And now I think that one of the last vestiges of Arcane, it's like Arcane France. They're the ones who are in charge of the Marvel's Blade game. The game sounds like it's running over budgeted, and chances are it might get canceled because they were caught up in like a lot of the spending between the Activision Blizzard purchase and what they're going to put into development.
I think they did announce that it was canceled. Maybe I'm wrong.
When I was looking into it, it sounds like indefinite limbo, which is practically canceled.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it just doesn't bode well for that. So I think, and even Sony, like Verlaine mentioned it, Sony is doing this too, because Sony has also gutted a lot of their studios, and they've also trimmed a lot of their fat, and they're also doing a lot of things that are pissing their fans off. So Xbox probably gets, I don't know if I'd call it leeway, but I just think that people don't hold them to the fire because PlayStation is pretty much spat in the face of their most loyal fan base and a consumer base. And as far as the move to all digital, I said it last week when we were talking about this. This had to have been a future people had to have seen coming. I think you'd have to be blindly naive to not see this.
Yeah, the plan anyways.
Yeah.
And it's just like some of the other things that are norms, and like Dave and I talked about it last week. Is there a part of me that would miss it? Yes, because I feel like that having a collection of your games is like having a photo album. It
was like a moment in time. Yeah, I see. I'm sure.
And like that aspect, yeah, you can't really place a dollar sign on that. And sure, a good chunk of it is mostly sentimental. I mean, I don't know how often I'm going to put Target Renegade in my NES ever again, but
yeah,
it's like because it's actually kind of a sweet game. But it's like how companies will go towards how can they spend it as a positive, and eventually people will get used to it. Just like the same way with microtransactions. Like that was like the big boogeyman 8 years ago. Now you don't really.
Well, look at music, dude. Music is the reason why it can work. Like, yeah, you can still find, if you really search, you can find new artists on vinyl now. So games, like, yeah, there might be like people, like companies may come out that are like limited run and not so skeevy, that are just like straight up like, hey, we're just pressing games onto discs for you to fucking play, as long as the consoles are. But if they take that out, I see why. It's cheaper. You know what I'm saying? And like, again, the whole point of jumping into the future was getting this access instantly. And for years, everybody's like, instant gratification. That's all we want. And then they're like, okay, we're going to give it to you. Give us 2 years and you'll get what you want. And they're like, no, we were kidding. We want the discs. I want to have to go out on launch day, leave my house, go to a store, hope it's there and hope there's no long line, get the disc, put it in my console and play it. I don't want to fucking wake up that morning and just push a button and have it. Fuck that.
That's fair. No, I can see that totally.
I'd be pissed. I'd get off work and have to go buy a disc instead of just trigger it from my phone. So when I'm home, it's already on my fucking. Come on now.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point by Chris. He just asked us, so are you still watching VHS or Blu-rays?
Exactly.
No, we're not. Like,
Game Pass is that kind of. They just don't know what the fuck is going on right now. They're trying to get everything to stream, but I think that's the end all for Game Pass is being video game Netflix.
Yeah,
like the real video game Netflix.
Interesting. Mike, let me ask you: Are you, so? How do you put your games in order?
Alphabetically.
It is alphabetically. It's
the easiest way for me to keep track of what I have.
You're not gonna put it in order like John Cusack put it in order in High Fidelity. You remember how he put it in order?
I don't remember that.
Mike, do you remember?
Not necessarily. I do remember that.
He was putting them in order in autobiographical order.
Autobiographical order?
Yes.
So based on the singer's name?
No, based on when and why you purchased them.
Oh yeah.
Like that's some nerdy shit right there. I guess you have to remember when you purchase these games.
I am not autistic enough to go that far.
No, I think so. And I just reminded me of that. I haven't seen that movie in years. It's just kind of but yeah. Anyway, that's a great movie. Chris says that he puts them in order in main characters' names. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm into that. I like that. Anyway.
Here's my order is completely random.
No, just tell us what it is.
There is no order. It's just fucking
Double Dragon, Cube.
The last game I played is on top.
Yeah, okay. It just keeps going. Like, yeah. Right on.
There's like a few considerations that I make because it's like, so I'll have like Castlevania, but the second game is technically Simon's Quest, but I'll still put it second anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't put it as Simon's Quest.
I wouldn't put that in my S's. That'll just get messy.
Yeah, well, you could. That's how it starts. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Well, then let's move on from that. That's enough arguing for one night. Nintendo has reported that they are retiring the Switch 1 console, at least in Europe at this point. Mike, you did the article on this. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this was a decision that Nintendo made mostly to comply with Europe's I forgot the exact name of it, but it's essentially like a consumer friendly bill that will allow most electronics and accessories and peripherals to have a replaceable battery. So the Switch 2 was going to be modified for like European consumption so that you can take the battery out and change it so that you wouldn't have to worry about a dead console. It means that you'll be able to buy a new battery and swap it out instead of dropping $500 on a new one. So that will cover the Switch 2 models and Joy-Cons. That means the Switch 1 line of consoles are going to be retired in February of 2027. Because, and to a degree, it makes sense. Aside from like the Switch 1 being nearly a decade old, it would also make no sense in this like days of like memory shortages and like chip shortages to like take an already out of date console and modify it so that you can buy it with a replaceable battery. So in some ways that is kind of like trimming the fat. Does it kind of suck? I mean, just because being aware of like console lifespans now, it's kind of sad to see something go. But the Switch 1 had a hell of a run, and this will probably be a start of things to come around the rest of the world.
Wait. So, first of all, I don't think this would happen to us because that's not our rule. But I digress. So you're telling me like their iPhones and shit have batteries?
Yeah.
That they have to take out. Now, you're also telling me that these jabronis have never bought I have a fucking 3DS. That doesn't have a replaceable battery, does it? No. Works like a fucking charm. Still.
I don't know if you can hard replace the batteries in 3DS because I've never opened it up that deeply.
I mean, okay, but I'm sure that they were actually talking about like consumer friendly slide, like not like open the console and replace that battery, right? Because that would be foolish. Yeah. Their law must mean like you can, as a person, you could take out and replace the battery because like now you can replace the battery in anything, but sometimes you need a professional. Like if some battery died, like in my Nintendo 3DS. But
yeah. Oh, you can change a 3DS battery yourself.
okay. Wow. What about a Vita? Does that take batteries?
I believe they do. For that matter, I think that they say with like PSPs and Vitas, it helps
I
to
know
charge them
PSP
and turn
does.
them. Yeah, it helps to turn them on every now and then because apparently there's like something in the like battery coolant that would like cause it to like expand, and it could end up like damaging your console.
I had an expanded battery from a PSP. Wow, that's crazy that that's their rule. I mean, good for them, I guess. I don't think it would happen to us because that's not a rule.
It should be.
Yeah, it should be.
Because I think it's kind of bullshit to just have something like disrupt and damage your phone without the ability to like replace it. I actually remember when I think it was one of the last model droids back in like 2010 that I had. My previous model droid had like a switchable battery. I would take it out and I'd let it cool and put it back in whenever I would have like glitchy issues. Or back in the day, SIM cards used to be behind the battery. They changed those models because I meant to switch out my old SIM card and my battery was hardwired into it. And I was like, why would you do that? Because over here in the good old US, the money is not really so much in the devices; it's in the contracts. But ever since they made that switch,
yeah,
it's like ever since they made that switch, now it's both. Now, if your phone is busted, it's up on whatever your warranty covers, and even then, that's dicey. So we don't protect the consumers here; like we're just slaves to the businesses. So it's a pretty smart head of mine over there. My original Switch, I actually had my warranty voided on it because I had to take it out a couple of years ago when I was playing Monster Hunter Rise. Monster Hunter Rise ran my Switch so hot that the fan broke, and the console almost melted. I had to take it apart to replace the fan in it, and then I contacted Nintendo of America, and they said, "Well, this is going to void your warranty, just to let you know." I was like,
of course it is.
Okay, well then, F me in the A.
Yeah, really.
So, yeah. So it's a pretty good idea there, and like for the Switch one, via con Dios. I'll actually still use mine because that's the only way I can play Ring Fit. Like Ring Fit doesn't work on the Switch 2, so there's still value in it for me at this point.
Okay. All right, enough about batteries. We're done with batteries. I'm bored. I'm bored with your battery talk.
You need to recharge.
No, I'm good. Actually, yes, I do need to go to bed, but that's not the point. Okay, real quick, let's do some free games of this month because we just haven't. Oh man, I'm out of cash. Let's do that real quick. It won't take long because it's just PlayStation. The July free games are Crosscode. It's a 2D action RPG. Sure, whatever, fine. It's Verlaine, it's a 16-bit graphic game.
I'm okay with those.
Yeah,
I'm okay with all of them. I was just
oh no, I was just saying this is funny. And then the next game is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Okay, fine. And then the last one is For the King 2. Yeah.
For the King.
It's a party game for co-op adventure.
It's a tactical RPG, so kind of like
it's a roguelike tabletop. Yeah. I will not be playing that game, that's for sure. So
you got to use your strategies to defeat your enemies. I'm
sure you do. So you have to do that in Call of Duty as well. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Just a different kind of strategy. So, all right. I promised you I would get to it, so I'm going to get to it. First, before we do that, Chris did mention this, and I did want to actually mention it. They are saying that, at least this is the rumor, that in GTA 6 there's going to be jail time. So if it's true, I don't know if I buy it, but it'll prevent you from playing the game for a certain amount of time. So I don't know if I completely buy that.
They can't do that if you pay for the game.
But that's the rumor.
That sounds overindulgent, and that sounds like something Rockstar would do.
Sounds like something.
I mean, like, I don't. It'd have to be only online, because if you think about it, what else would you get in jail for? It would have to be online, which I think then, if that is true, that means that GTA 6 online is going to be free, because only a free game could they jail you from it. Like Overwatch, fuck. If you accidentally get disconnected from your game for whatever reason, one time, suspended, 5-minute wait. Like But when the game was paid for, and up till for a while, like you had like 3 or 4 before they would give you like 5 minutes.
Well, that's an interesting point. And then Chris mentioned maybe you have to pay them to get out of jail,
like pay bail. If that went, like, look, I know that there would be people down with that. All these LARPy guys and stuff that are already doing that shit on servers would be so down with that, but sometimes you make mistakes and don't mean, and like, again, it would have to be online, because what could you do in the single player game? Like, you can murder prostitutes after doing them. What is going to cause you to get jail time except cheating online or whatever the hell it is?
Yeah.
Or if it is something in the game where if you get arrested, like if it's part of the game, like, you know how like you get arrested and they take money from you? Well, if you don't have money, what if they do make you just sit in that jail cell in the game because you went and committed crimes, but now you have no money?
Yeah. Or they make you do a
community service.
Or you have to do something like right now. You can't do any of your other missions until you
have to go clean up garbage in all these places.
So that's actually funny.
We're getting caught by the police.
In a Neverness to Everness, you can get arrested, and by getting arrested, you can actually grind for exclusive supplies and unlock outfits that way.
So it's actually a good thing in this case.
All right. So he's saying it is for like in the game. So like I guess what they're saying is, well, as opposed to online. Right. So instead of the cops just always murdering you, like they'll arrest you and you'll go to jail. I don't know. It would depend. Maybe it would depend. It would be a nice little new feature, and but some people want specifically play Grand Theft Auto to be criminals. I think they wouldn't want to if they're like, damn, now I gotta obey the traffic laws, and now I'm gonna go to jail and actually spend time in jail. This ain't so bad. I'm gonna go do it in real life.
Well, and there's that too.
You've actually got parole hearings in the game. That's fun.
It would suck. You're like doing nothing, and then your
paying
phone,
taxes.
your PO calls. Where are you? You have an ankle bracelet.
You're paying taxes.
And you pay taxes.
You're on home arrest, house arrest.
Your in-game phone bill comes in. You've got to pay.
God, that's hilarious. I don't know.
If there's no fast travel.
Yeah. I mean, that's okay with me. I don't care about that. That doesn't bother me at all. But yeah. All right. Last thing I want to get to, and let's get to it quick here. Minecraft update. And I know it's something we've all been waiting for.
I occasionally play it still.
Well, Verlaine, are you sitting? I see that you are.
I am sitting.
Yeah, you're going to want to be sitting for this news, because this is revolutionized the gaming industry 100%. I'm completely sarcastic about that. But Minecraft has implemented seat cushions. Come on, everybody. We can now sit down. We can now sit in.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess we could sit. Who's sitting in Minecraft?
Need memory foam blocks for your square buttocks.
People, like, there's modded thing. My son's been playing a lot of modded shit in Xbox, and I mean in Minecraft, and like yeah, they just made it official.
Now they have cushions. So stupid.
I feel like at one point in my life I probably could have delved into Minecraft, but it didn't happen. Like I'll play it for a bit, but I feel like that if I ended up devoting,
honestly, you're not going to be able to get in Minecraft on your own. I honestly, at this point in time, the only way to get into Minecraft is with friends. You got to be playing with somebody that knows what they're doing, so then you kind of can figure it out.
There's so much new stuff.
There's so much.
We used to play it all the time when it first came out. I played that shit so much.
All the time.
That was before they even had creative mode. It was just survival.
Right.
Because you just had to like build your house and keep from getting attacked by the zombies, was it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Like even now, like I'll play with my son and like I still will play survival scratch. And I'm like, all right, we have until nighttime. Got to build a house so that we don't get killed and then start slowly building all the other shit.
Mm. Right. And actually, the Minecraft movie got it right.
They did.
They did. Yep. It was good. It was good. So, all right. Well, that's it. You guys, anything else you want to add real quick?
Nah.
Blano.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Well, thank you for everyone that stuck around with us. Fun episode. Obviously, you can. We're live every Wednesday night, and you can see us. Of course, if you're already seeing us, you already know where to find us. But YouTube, of course, Facebook, and our Twitch page. So you could do that anytime you'd like, and and just say hello. And you can comment anywhere and say hello, and we will comment back. And of course, even after the episode airs, you could watch the recorded episode, and even if you comment, then we'll still even reply. So yes, of course. So and I guess that's it. GameFixShow.com is where you find everything, our social medias, as well as our Patreon. So there's only one thing left to do, and as I do, every show I play a little clip from Grand Theft Auto. And here it is.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
See ya.
Love you.
Step up to the power you deserve.
Adios, turd nuggets.